The Magicians is back, everybody. Season 3. Cue the intro. What's going on, everybody? The Magicians is back. Season 3 started last night, and this is going to be your home for Season 3 reviews. And we're going to start with episode 1. Now, where we've last left off, we saw Julia had a little spark of magic, and we can just assume that that comes from the fact that she has been in contact with two gods, basically, and she was God touched, as they call her. So Quentin is trying to help her. Quentin is like the sidekick for anybody in this show to help them get to the next level because of his knowledge, because of what he knows, and because he's a good, loyal friend. We go back with the fairies. They're still taking over Fillory, and Elliot and Margot are trying to figure out what to do to save the kingdom. We also go over to my man Penny. He's still going through the fact that he got poisoned when he went into the restricted section of the library, and he's still doing work for the librarians. We got Katie. We saw her interact with Penny once when he traveled to come see her. But Penny is basically in the library and they've moved the library to where time doesn't move, so that his poison in his body is killing him doesn't go too fast. But let's go ahead and get to the episode. Again, we saw Julia and Quentin. They're working on how to find out what can happen with her magic, how magic can come back. And again, we know that she's probably touched because she's been touched by our Lady Underground, Gazette, Garcelle Beauvais, and Reynard. She got, sexual assault by Reynard. That's all we're going to say about that. Again, we know Penny, like I said, is still working for the library, going to get those lost books. But my question was, is traveling not connected to magic? Is it just an innate ability and not a magic ability? Or is magic and casting something different from traveling, and is it separated? Apparently it is, for him to still be able to travel. If not, that's a huge plot hole. But I don't think this show might have plot holes, but every show has a plot hole. But if traveling is not connected to magic, that's fine. But if it is, that's plot hole, friends. But anyways, still a great, amazing show. We're going to keep moving. All right, Margot is still doing tasks for the fairies to pay off her debt. So the mess that she got into with the fairies. The fairies are basically taking over the council and are watching everybody's every single move, listen to their conversations, knowing everything they're about to do. Josh took Quentin and Julie to see this god who might be able to help them with magic, but he really wasn't too much help. He was just this god that was just wanting to party all the time. We found out that Alice left Breakbills because she couldn't take not having magic anymore. She said she just tried to fake the funk, but it wasn't working, and I wonder where Alice is at this point. We also found, that there's great character development for Josh. Josh, we met him at Breakbills, and we actually met him in Fillory, and we met him at the ponds where they could travel between different worlds, and he was able to come back to Breakbills. He was part of that missing sophomore class or junior class from Breakbills, and they're really developing Josh. We found out that Josh, magic. He said magic made him feel belonged to something. It made him feel like he was wanted by people. It gave him something to do. It gave him something to hope in. And just to take magic away, he doesn't even know what life is anymore. We can attest to that in different things in our situations, whether it be in our lives, whether it be relationships, whether it be items, it could be anything in your life that you can attest to, that once that thing is removed, it can make you just feel like the world just doesn't exist anymore. We get Elliot and Margot's secret conversation that was hilarious. It was hilarious. They were trying to speak out of place and speak hints and pop culture references that they knew that they could get around the fairies, and they were putting it in text, narrating it for us so we could know what they're saying, especially when she said, I would just want to go 07 Brittany on her and talk about the fairy queen, and basically that means to get an umbrella and just beat her down. Quentin ended up talking to the god about there being he ended up talking to that god at the party about there being a possible backdoor to magic. I think that might have been just him talking, but he turned around and he said maybe there isn't, and then maybe that might come up later on. Elliot went to go find the white lady, which is somebody that Penny and him found, and basically the white lady is a magical creature where if you find her and shoot her and hunt her, she grants you some wishes. But he ended up finding a creature named the Great Cock of the Darkling Woods. And seeing that character and seeing all the other characters in this show, it lets you know how much diversity you have. You know, you're Caucasian, you're African American, you're Hispanic and Oriental and Indian. There are just so many races represented in this TV show, and that's what I love about it. I definitely love about it. He basically tells him, I'm going to send you on an epic quest and that you need this book from a library of New Jersey. So they end up finding what's the best way to send a message without the fairies knowing. And then somebody tells them that the fairies send messages through bunnies. So they send a messenger bunny to Quentin to let them know about the book. And the great Cox said there's the book. It has no author on it. And it's in that library. So they found the library, and it was a book called The Magic about the 7 keys. And apparently these keys can bring magic back, can unlock magic, and apparently one of them is in Fillory. So they know they got to go on this quest, and we're gonna find out more about the quest more likely in not season 2, but episode 2. And in the end, we find Alice giving up some of her blood to give information on the Lamprey who are after her, and the guy tells them you might want to run. You just might want to go ahead and run because they're after you. Right now is just a moment where they're just stalking you out, and they're going to eventually come and get you. So I enjoyed this episode. I'm so glad The Magicians is back. You would not believe that I just binged season 1 and 2 with just last month. So I'm pretty versed up and caught up on The Magicians, and I'm so glad it is back on Sci-Fi. So let me know what you think about this in the review in the comments below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this on Facebook. Again, we're on the road to 100,000 views. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, share this content with your friends and on your social media pages, and we'll see you guys in another video.